made of more.
It's time for sports news, and here's Ayotunde Balogun.
Well, the Nigerian Boxing Federation has selected 7 boxers that will represent the country at the International Amateur Boxing Association World Championships in Kazakhstan. According to the national team coach, Tony Konyegwache, 30 boxers were invited to camp, but only 25 of them showed up for the screening. Sports correspondent Austin Okonakpan was at the final trials and has this report.
Do not be deceived. This is not a religious gathering or some self-fellowship. These guys are amateur boxers who are optimistic of being among the lucky 7 that will represent Nigeria at the World Championship in Kazakhstan.
God will take us to where we are going.
During the final trials, they gave all they could to impress the technical team.
Since we are being camped, this coach is one of the best coaches we ever had in Nigeria. I'm an old boxer, I have been in many camps. We don't have this kind of coaches before, but now we have the best. Young, talented one, they give us everything.
I'm still the champion of my category, 64 kg. I'm still the champion, I'm still maintaining my weight. And I bet by the grace of God, this is my time, this is my year.
2011 All-African Games silver medalist Efetobo Akoche says the World Championship gives the boxers a chance to bring glory to Nigerian boxing again.
In boxing, yeah, you have to know something in your head. Then before you go about competition, preparation is always compulsory, you know, but this time around we didn't have much time to prepare, but I believe some of us has got the instinct, you know, to be a champion, and obviously we'll do something.
With the shorter preparations, did the boxers get the sort of training that can win medals in Kazakhstan?
You can see the boxing that they are doing right now. Everybody is like relaxing in boxing. Boxing is not force, it's not power. Everything is skill.
Normally, when they go out, they have kind of stage fright because they are not abreast with the something going in boxing right now, the rules and regulation. You bring everything to them, you impart it in them, so they do good. So when they get outside, they won't get scared.
After the trials, the list was released, and it's a case of many were called, but few were chosen.
Sadly, it's the same old story of lack of preparation and no funding for boxing in Nigeria. But despite these challenges, in 2 weeks' time, these boxers will leave the country for Kazakhstan and forget about the worries and fight to bring glory to Nigeria through boxing. Austin Okonakpan, Channels Television News.
Now in football, referees in Nigeria have shelved their planned boycott of league matches over neglect by the league management company, the LMC. Nigerian Referees Association Chairman Ahmed Mode told Channels Television that they have reached an agreement with the league body to return to the pitch. Reports say the referees are unhappy over the unfair punishment given to some clubs whose fans beat up their colleagues. Fans of Sunshine Stars, Wiki Tourists, Kano Pillars and Lobby Stars have been alleged to be the worst culprits this season. And the referees have issued a 7-day ultimatum to the LMC to address their grievances or face a walkout from the remaining league games. Andre Villas-Boas's reunion with his former mentor Jose Mourinho ended with honours shared as John Terry's header gave Chelsea a point at Tottenham Hotspur. David Moyes suffered his first competitive home defeat as Manchester United manager, as Stefan Sessegnon, Morgan Amalfitano and Saido Berahino handed West Brom a 2-1 win at Old Trafford. Aston Villa came from behind to beat Manchester City 3-2 at Villa Park. Jordan Much scored the last gasp wonder goal to give Cardiff their first away win ever in the English Premier League. Liam Brady's cool finish from the spot earned Hull City a narrow 1-0 victory over West Ham, and Arsenal were 2-1 winners over Swansea, thereby retaining their top spot in the league standings. And that's it on Sports News. The News at 10 continues shortly.
On the international scene, hardline protesters chanting "Death to America" greeted Iranian President Hassan Rouhani on his return from the UN General Assembly in New York. But during his trip, President Rouhani had suggested a shift in tone on Iran's controversial nuclear program. Well, this culminated in a phone call with US President Barack Obama, the first of such top-level conversation in 30 years. Hundreds of people gathered at Tehran airport, with supporters hailing the trip and opponents throwing shoes. Now, a major shake-up has occurred in the People of Freedom Party, the party of Italy's former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. Now, all 5 of its ministers resigned owing to a shaky coalition government formed between Mr. Berlusconi's party and Prime Minister Enrico Letta's centre-left grouping. But this development follows weeks of worsening relations between both parties. Mr. Berlusconi had already threatened to withdraw his ministers if he's expelled from the Senate for tax fraud. Prime Minister Enrico Letta said late on Friday that he would quit unless his government won a confidence vote due next week in Parliament. The crisis could lead to fresh elections amid economic problems. While the police in Greece have arrested the leader of the far-right Golden Dawn party, Nikos Michaloikos, for forming a criminal organization. 3 more Golden Dawn members of parliament, a party leader in an Athens suburb, and 12 other people have also been arrested. The arrest and warrants come amid anger over the murder of anti-racist musician Pavlos Fyssas on September the 18th. A man arrested for the murder told police that he was a supporter of Golden Dawn, though the party strongly denies any link. And the main news again. 42 people have died and scores more are missing in Niger State after a boat carrying over 150 people capsized while crossing the river Niger. Gunmen in the early hours of today attacked Zangang Ataka village in southern Kaduna, killing 13 residents. Taraba State Acting Governor Garba Umar has pledged loyalty to Governor Dambaba Santai, dismissed claims of rift between him and the governor. And Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has returned home from a UN forum in New York amidst protest by hardliners and praise by supporters. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Harriet Agbini. Good night.
Sam went to a city with a dream. "Welcome," said the city. "I am the maker and breaker of dreams. I've come to make my name as a sign writer," said Sam. The city smiled. Sam made signs by day and he dreamed by night. One day, we met for a beer. I asked, "How is the city treating you?" "It's looking up," he said. I raised my beer to him. Sam is like Guinness, made of more.